Today I'm talking with Thatti in our Google Plus Hangout, and we're going to be talking about the difference between her home country, El Salvador, and our cultural differences in America.
Hi! The first thing that I felt when I came, it was the security of going outside. I mean, sometimes people think that in El Salvador it's like, oh my gosh, it's really dangerous and things like that, but it's not. There's just a difference that you have to be a little bit careful if you go outside and if you're alone or things like that, or some places. And here's like, it was a little bit different for me. It felt like, oh no, it's fine if you go outside. You can take Donald. I mean, it's a little boy. He's 4 years old, and they were like, you can go wherever you want with him. And I was like, really? Yeah. So that was one of the first things that I had to get used to it, because I could notice a difference between living in El Salvador. It was when I was in New York, and then they take us to get some food in the, I think it was at, I don't remember the name, but it was just huge. I was like, oh my gosh, it was a lot of food, and I don't remember any of the au pair that time finishing all that. So that was the first thing. And here at home, she's really like, she has a diet for everybody, and like, she knows what she's gonna put in our plates. So it's not that big portions, but if you go outside, that's one of the different things, that it's really really big meal.
What's your favorite dish or your favorite American food?
Burgers. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. I really like that. Even if I'm not hungry and somebody told me about it, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So when it was summertime, we made it at home a lot, and hot dogs and things like that. But sometimes we just go and get some. Yeah, last summer, that was another difference for me, because back in El Salvador, the weather is really warm, but it was totally different here. It was like, I don't know, I feel hotter than in El Salvador. And I was so like, oh my gosh, I don't want summer anymore, because it was like too much for me. And but then after it, now it's winter, and they always told me like, when it's winter, you'll see, you will like summer. So now I'm like, please, I want summer again. Yeah, it's a big difference from El Salvador, because we normally have the whole year just warm temperature, and here you have like really, really, really hot, and then really, really, really cold. So it's different. In El Salvador, normally it's around 80s and 90s, and it can go down or higher, but not like here. We talk a lot about that with my family, because they just like, and everything is like, how are you feeling today? And what do you think about snow? And everything, because all that was new for me. And we don't have either all the seasons like you have them here. It's like all the time it's summer or something like that. It's not like here, like you can really say, oh, now it's winter, or now it's fall, and things like that. It's not like that in El Salvador. And winter for us is like rain. That's how we think about winter, not snow and cold and all that. It's just rain. We just have like, oh, now it's okay, now it's summer, and then when we can see that it starts raining outside, it's like, oh, okay, now it's winter.
How are the people so far?
The people, it's like really, really friendly here. Like, you can go anywhere and people will talk to you and say hi and things like that. People it's really, really friendly. I don't know exactly how it's in other states, but sometimes I go to Milwaukee and I can tell you that it's a little bit different. It's not like, it's because in big cities people is like just running and going here and they have something in their minds and they're just going there, and people here is more like they take their time, and so they have time to stop a little bit and say just hi and how you doing and things like that. So that's another difference too. Well, I never know exactly how to react sometimes, but for example, once I was out with my host mom, we were just making our walk, and I remember somebody say, hi, how you doing? And she's like, I'm fine, thank you, how are you? And then they start like having a little conversation, like they know each other. And then after, when she finished, I asked her, do you know him? And she's like, no, we were just being nice. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, and sometimes for me it's like I don't know how to do when people, how you doing? I don't know if I have to really stop and talk with them or what. But yeah, people do that a lot. I think too is like if you go usually to the same places and stuff, people get more friendly with you. For example, with Donald, the little kid, we use the bus, the public transportation. So the people that it's on the bus, we already kind of like know each other, because if you go on the same hours and stuff, you will see the same people. So it's like, hi, how you doing? Yeah, yeah.
What was it like taking the bus?
Well, I had to learn that when I came, because it's also really different than from it's in El Salvador, and it's really nice. I mean, they have an hours, and they always are in the stops at the hour that they say that they will be there, and it's like, for me, I don't know, it's like really cool because you just go and take the bus, and then when you're done, you know the bus is gonna be there, so you just take it back, and you don't have to worry too much about that. I don't know in a big city, but here the bus just where I live, they just came by each hour. I mean, yeah, each hour, and in El Salvador they pass like every 10-15 minutes. Yeah, yeah. So that's something different. And sometimes when we are planning to go outside and then I realize that we're late, we have to run or something, because if we're not there by the time, they just go. So it's something really organized. Yeah.
What do you think about the libraries in El Salvador as compared to the libraries in America?
Yeah, it's kind of this. It's kind of similar, but here they do more activities, and then they have more things for young people and for older people, and programs for adults and things like that. So it's more interactive, I think it says. I don't know my experience with them, and I think that's one of the things that why we are really really close, and I feel really cool with them. It's because they're really similar to my family, like how she is and how he is. I sometimes feel like I'm dealing with my dad and my mom, and yeah, it's, I don't know what can I say, but maybe the way that the kids are with their parents, it's a little bit different. Their people here, parents here are a little bit more patient, and in El Salvador there's some things that you won't say, or some there's ways that you talk with your mom and your dad, so that's a little bit different. I feel like here they yeah, they are more patient with the kids. Sometimes when they do something, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be bad, and then it's like, okay, it wasn't that bad. So yeah, but these kids, they are really really nice with them. They, if his dad said no to something, they're like okay, and if, and I don't know, they're really polite and everything. But I know another families here around them that the kids aren't that good. So that's a little bit, I feel like, oh my gosh, I won't do that. I think that's one of the only things that I felt different. When I'm talking in Spanish, it's like I have a way to talk with my mom. I have a way to talk with a teacher or with the people that I don't know. And here's like you just say, there's just one way to talk with everybody, and that make me feel sometimes like shy or like I'm not being respectful with somebody. For example, talking with my host mom and my host dad, I feel like I'm talking with my brother or something, and that makes me feel a little bit weird. Like like a polite way to talk when you don't know somebody, or if it's your boss, or if it's, I don't know, a teacher or something. So for me, it's really hard to do that. It's really hard to talk with people older than me and just say like I'm talking with Donald. It's is that weird for me. There's a lot of little things sometimes, but I don't know. I feel like where I am and with the family that I am, um, I don't know if it was destiny or what, but I feel really, really comfortable. So I don't, and I can find a lot of similar things between us. So I don't feel that too often. I cannot notice too much difference, like big things, and no, I don't. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tati, for talking to me
Oh
today.
yeah, you're welcome. It was really, really nice.